Who do you think is at fault, the gym or this guy? You could argue that the rack is not bolted into the ground, but those racks are meant for bench press, and it's not bolted because it's easier to move around for competition. How can you not feel bad for bro's girlfriend? Bro, that is a machine I never knew I needed so desperately in my life. Quite obvious that bro is not natural, but that doesn't change the fact that this is one of the most sickest arms I've seen in my entire life. Bro, I can't be the only one that thinks she looks like Arnold with that side profile. And this is why you should never judge a book by its cover. Bro, at this point, this is not even aesthetic. Risking your life to just look unhealthy is some kind of madness. You can tell that this guy lifts just by looking at his forearms, so I wouldn't really call this a sleeper build. Funny how the hardest part gives the most results. This is as sad as it can get. This guy experienced a brain injury during his boxing match and sadly passed away 2 days later at the hospital. Funny how his opponent is celebrating what just happened. Just imagine his guilt after that. Bro, what on earth is that? This guy is actually flexing it like it's an actual muscle. Crazy how bro is neither of those two. Bro is just waiting for calisthenics 2 to drop. You can clearly see that my guy is really bored. Guys, if you had the chance to be coached by anyone in this life, who would you actually choose? Because I feel like most of you wouldn't even pick Schwarzy. Just some leaked footage of Sam Sulek doing some side quests. You gotta love to see that. That is someone who for sure watched Baki and probably Ippo as well. But unlike most people, instead of just watching, he actually took action. Bro, if this happens to you, pick yourself, start fresh in some other country. Forget about ashwagandha, Tongat Ali, and all the supplements that promise to boost your testosterone. Just don't skip your legs. This is what happens when you read way too many books about stoicism. Attacking some random woman's car is some next level cowardness. You can't jump like that and be mentally stable. Bro came, showed us how superior he is, and just left. How do you know that this guy's favorite episode is Rock Lee vs. Gara? Funny how bro's bulk is what most people look for when cutting. Also notice how 20 pounds of weight made this much of a difference. In case you didn't notice, bro is also on just one foot. The amount of dedication you need to master something like this is unreal. Finally, Brazil got some competition, and this one is tough to beat. So you're telling me that she didn't hurt you enough? Bro, just imagine 2 seconds that this is not the same guy. For some reason, I wanna believe that this is the same guy and she trusted his process. He clearly has the same biceps insertions, so for me, this is the same person. What about you guys? That back has some muscles I've never seen in my entire life. Guys, do we give him the title of the demon back? What a genius way to progressively overload your push-ups. But, and there's a big but, how do you re-rack that shit?
To all the killers and the $100 billers. For real, niggas who ain't got no fit.
If this person drops 20 pounds, he will literally start flying, making him the greatest enemy of the police. But don't go crazy with them, unless you wanna turn into a Discord mod. Bro even had time to fix his pants. Gotta love how we all skip training abs, and yet it's literally what gives that aesthetic look we're going for. Bro, we've been lied to our whole f***ing life. It was this easy. Bro, am I the only one that noticed that this guy's abs look so AI generated? Bro, she's not having it. The amount of courage you need to pull off something like this though, I could never. What about you guys? And don't lie. And all of this just to assert dominance when handshaking someone. She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna. This guy probably has friends to share this moment with, but he preferred to share it with his best friend, himself. What we always fail to prioritize.
Oh, fuck off!
Imagine risking your life so that bunch of tourists are entertained. My guy is probably forced to do this type of work to be able to provide for his family. You gotta be grateful for what God has given you guys.